Wow, so cool. Being a YouTuber, a guy just commented on my channel that watched my video about having no heat. Hello, duh. Your heat runs off of propane, and my one propane tank went empty. So this one subscriber, he reached out and said, hey, you need to change your tanks over. And wow, bing bam done. Now I have heat. See there? You can even hear it right here. You can smell it. So for me, the rookie RV guy, clueless on that. I was thinking that this runs off electric. No, it does not. So the heat actually runs off of the propane tanks to get the inside nice and warm. And the electric runs the air conditioning. So there you go, everybody. Thanks so much for telling me how to do this stuff. Wow. Oh, it just doesn't end, man. Just too many projects, too many things to do. What are you gonna do now? We just got back in from working. I think it's time to take the pool apart. How about that? The kids are already like, Dad, we've been working. Now we gotta go do that. It just doesn't end at the Ice Age TV compound. So, yeah, it's time to get violent. Get the tractor out and do some destruction. And it's so cool how a YouTuber reached out my channel and said, hey man, your heat, I mean, think this through. Duh. How could you have an electric furnace in your camper trailer on 120 voltage? You need 220 to have that type of capability to get a really electric elements all heated up. So yes, I just took my valve here and I turned it over to this tank here, because this tank here was being used and it's empty. And realistically, I need to go down to the store and get more propane tanks. But I guess in some ways, do you put space heaters on your I just don't really, I don't know, space heaters and campers burning up. But anyways, I guess you get space heaters to save on the use of propane. And there's the Talon. What a blast. So weird how it doesn't seem like the lights are on when I ride this. But I guess you have to put it in gear or somebody get in front of it. But anyways, it's all about the pool. Talk about the pool time. So just stay tuned. We've already been up the road, the Lightning truck. We've been up the road in the Platinum truck. Now it's time to get in the back end in the John Deere tractor. Look at the Camaro. Thank goodness I got a cover. Look here. These guys are full blown out. Look at them. Yep, they're living in the barn. It's a barn. What do you expect, Iceman? Yeah, what do you expect when you live in a barn, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, so let's see how the pumping situation has played out here on my old pool. So last time it was this empty was years ago. But I doubt, see this thing here? I have to get a hand, but I don't really care at this point as I drop my phone in here. So my vision is I'm going to start taking the tractor and start dismantling this thing and put everything in that trailer. Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully. That's a project. I wonder if Kiefer's toy will enable me to go down there far enough to activate this thing again. See here? Look. Maybe. Dropping it. Is it on? Here. See that? Outsmart a bit. Gotta be careful, you burn the motor up. Yeah, it's overcast, just like misting. So, but here's the thing, tomorrow my new pool comes in, and then by Tuesday, if I haven't set it up, Wednesday, the fuel truck guy shows up. So, it just doesn't end, right? At the Iceman's compound. And what do you think? This is probably another hour or two. Be my guess. Interesting, right? And here, check the water flow. And see how it's doing down here, how wet it is. Yeah, see, it's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, you're going to knock my plug out. You know, this brings back memories. So 12 years ago, Julia was what? That's hard to believe. 7 years old. So when I first she was so excited. But see, I got my first pool was like basically like half this size or a third smaller. So I kept that one for like one summer. I think 2011 is when I put my first pool up. And then I went out and bought a bigger pool, which, and that's I say, it's hard to believe it. Julia was just 7 years old. And she used to want to chase me around the pool. I mean, she wanted to play tag all the time. Yeah, but she was so excited when I got that pool. They'd be swimming around and everything, which is cool. Yep. And can I get the new one a little bit leveled? It's challenging. Kiefer's intrigued. You little stinker. Hey, Willow Pillow. What are you doing? All right, now the greenery's gonna take off like never seen. Weed whacking. Wonder if anybody's home. Right? Yeah. I hear you. Need to get my propane tanks all filled up. I guess in some ways, if you really are gonna leave your RV camper at your house a lot, you get like a 100-gallon tank. Because right now, what do we have? 10 gallons? So, do you get, I mean, I don't even know. You have to get adapters. Didn't even snap that in right, did I? Hey, how is the pool doing? It's been at least 3 hours. Wow, it's still pumping. Well, not so much, is it? All right, what does that mean? It means I gotta get violent, I guess. Oh, well. Hey, it's still going. All right. I think it's going to turn into the Monday project versus the Sunday project, which that's fine with me. Enough things to do around here. And it's getting there, that's for sure. And the goal is, I just don't want a big puddle of water. I mean, I'm sure I will. Probably won't be able to, just how much farther I really get this thing to go, really. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I hear you. Not too shabby for a 12-year-old pool. Think about it. It's not the pool that costs the money, it's the water. I mean, it's just crazy and how, well, the pool now is expensive. I mean, the water is going to be $900. So, yeah, wow. Okay, now, next project is getting the towel in a new parking spot. So where am I going to put that, right? I mean, you can stay outside for the most part, but it'd be nice to have a nice parking garage for it. I think the other car hauler would probably fit. What's interesting is this thing, I think, is 10 feet long. I got my tape measure right now. Yeah, it's every bit of 10 foot. I'd have to say, I mean, it's right on about 10 foot. So, in that garage, it's going to be beveled down. But that's not the concern right now. It's my other garage. So, the question here is, can I keep a bike in here and that? Let's find out right now. Well, that would be tight. Yeah, so a fully dressed, full-size bike can't have both. Hard to believe this Honda CB650R. This is a rare motorcycle now. I mean, do I even sell it? It's such a good looking bike, but it's just a little too small for me. But my daughter and I, borderline, are like, why don't we just take these at Daytona Bike Week as 2 CBs to have some fun? So I don't know, but that bike there, it's really interesting now how that's really considered a rare bike here, because stateside, Honda's not shipping them here. Wow. Now, for me, I owe $14,000+ for it. I'd be amazed if somebody offered me that type of money for it. So, it's basically, I think, about a $9,000 10-gram bike. Hey, is it the truck fair? Look at this. Truck City at Ice HTV. Look at this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 trucks. Wow. Think I like trucks, everybody? Wow. All right. Making progress here on laundry. I go back and forth between the house with all my laundry and my new home. Yeah, I love it. I'm loving the camping life. I was so bummed. I'm so grateful to great YouTube subscribers telling me, hey man, duh, you got a propane tank heating that thing, you idiot. Yeah, I hear you. All right, time to start moving vehicles around. That's my life. Poor Super Bee. I really don't want to leave. See, I really don't want to leave this thing out. It's just too, in today's world, man, does somebody come by and steal it? In today's world, yeah. Yeah, so definitely going to get a home for it and have it locked down. But for the moment, we're enjoying looking at it outside. Oh, it's pretty incredible how here my daughter bought this training kit, and I'm sitting here winging the ball. And when I throw it, yeah, does it go very far? And not really. This thing here, this is so badass. Look who I'm wearing out. I mean, I'm wearing his ass out. All right, now watch this. Oh, poor boy. Yeah, he's now starting to be like, woo. Yeah. He'll start thinking twice about running back and forth all day long with this. But here he is, he's back. Okay, ball. 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 Good boy. Yeah, it's all screwed up. All right, let's try this again. Okay, you ready, boy? Here we go. Yeah. And he brings it back. He's a ball boy. Oh, no, he got distracted. Interesting. Yeah, well. Oh, the joy of owning pools. You know, another thing I got to thinking about was if I didn't get this pool up and going this year, this just becomes a bug mosquito haven. You got to be careful on that. I mean, truly. So, if you have a pool, sure anybody out there's had pools that they let go, you see what starts to happen. So, you know, part of me says I cut out the bottom of this, I go around the edge, I cut out the whole bottom, then I power wash this whole surface, and this is a good base for the next pool. I mean, part of me says to do that because the challenge is there's areas where I'm blown away in this pool where it never cut through from rocks protruding into the bottom. And I do have a bunch of covers underneath of it. Now, some people think you put sand on the bottom of these. Nope, that's one thing they do not recommend you do. So leveling this out, getting the surface all nice and clean and rock-free, that's challenging. So, and she's still pumping water, relocate a little bit more, but we definitely are getting down to the last remnants here. So, and I'm playing with a little plunger where I'm faking it out. Yeah, you know, this is something to think about. You get inside there with your Crocs on, and internally you go around with a really heavy-duty knife, and you cut out really just a whole base of this whole unit. I really think I should try to do that. See, getting in on this pool now, there's a challenge. Unless I cut a hole. Just cut a hole in the side of it. I guess I could do that. Believe it or not, when you get these Walmart pools, and over the years they degrade, and like the components, like the ladder eventually goes bad on you. That ladder's like $400. Yeah, a pool ladder. I've gotten creative over the years, and I've used old ladders of mine, but when you put them inside this chlorinated pool, over time, the aluminum ladder just deteriorates and falls apart and becomes dangerous because you step on it and it'll break because of the chlorine in the water. So anyways, I think that's a good idea. I really do, thinking making this whole bottom a new base and get rid of all this crud. So here's Kiefer back. He wants to play more. Here, put it in there. Here, put it in there. Drop it. Look, like clean his teeth. Put it in there. You want to do that? You goofball. He just likes to play at the ball all day long. Oh, there you go. Yep, I just about had it. Look. Come on, get it out. Let it out. Come on. Drop it. Drop it. Down. Drop it. Look, yeah. All the training for what, right? Yeah, he's like, I ain't giving that ball up, man. Give me the ball. I'll break this thing. Give me the ball. Oh my gosh. Here comes the rain. I'm gonna get out of that. I've been soaking wet, crawling around my hands and knees, riding around on talons, doing all types of fun stuff, and yeah. And so the kid's got a sore throat. Wonder why. If you're watching my channel, you'll get all that on the back 40 here. So what I did is get creative for the talon. Kind of locked her down with the most easily stolen vehicles you can get, the Ram and Dodge. But anyways, she's locked down, and these things are designed to get wet. I love the little lights, that's for sure. It's so cool. This thing really is just a blast. Oh my goodness. And the good news, you got heat, but it's warmed up. It's hot and humid out, so I don't even need heat. All right, yeah, I measured the other trailer there, and yeah, that's challenging. Yeah, bringing more than, well, this is my thoughts. We take the smaller trailer with the Talon, throw some motorcycles in the back of the camper. I don't know. But you know what's interesting here is, let's look at the motorcycles and see the differences of going up on a very steep ramp and what would play out. So if you look at these Harleys back here, it's got a really steep ramp. What's the, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get my tape measure out. Well, 6 inches. It's basically all these bikes kind of have about a 6-inch from the bottom of the engine to the ground. Jeez, I mean, all Honda, Triumph, every one of them. So, and up in that angle, you know, how do you get the geometry to factor when you've got a ramp? You've got a ramp that's going up into an area, so you know, up to top, and the ramp is like that. And as your front tire goes over, and it, you know, it's all about probably a shorter wheelbase. My guess would be a shorter wheelbase bike would probably make it. So let's see the wheelbases real quick. So on the CB1000, it's basically 5 feet from the tire to tire being planted on the ground. On the Breakout, you're a little over 5.5 feet. So the Breakout is a good 6 inches. I would have to say 6 inches longer on the wheelbase. If not, you know, I would say 6 to 8 inches. About the same thing. There's about, I would say, maybe 6 inches difference. So the Harley so far, about a 6-inch longer wheelbase. I think from being planted to planted. So the Honda Goldwing, same thing. It's about 5 feet 6 inches. So the bigger bikes are a good 6-7 inches longer than this Honda here. So CBR 650, CBR 1000, I would say those are 6 to 8 inch. Probably CB 1000R is probably an inch shorter wheelbase, I would bet. So that's probably 6-7 inches. Is that the difference of this bike going up in a radical angle and not getting caught up? And the thing is, it'd be more advantageous to take the CB650 or the 1000 that weigh like 500 pounds to see how they mount that trailer, camper trailer. I'm talking about the camper trailer. Everybody kind of watch my channel that's kind of befuddled of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this camper trailer out here where when you put the tailgate down, it's such a radical incline. What makes sense? Now the FTR over here, haven't really looked at that. The Indian FTR, that would be this is probably the highest of them all. Wouldn't that be interesting? That the Indian FTR and the Indian Bobber, Chief Bobber made more sense to take. Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? If you take the Indians down instead of the Harleys. Oh, I don't know. Jeez. All right. So here's the Indian. And keep in mind, it's up a little bit because of this stand. So I would deduct probably a good inch at least. Let me measure that. And there you go. It's like the 6 inches seem to be the common number. The Indian bagger bikes are typically longer wheelbase. Let's check the CB650. There you go. So the CB is definitely the shortest of all the bikes. It's below 5 feet. It's probably more like 56 inches, 57. So it's a good 3 inches shorter, let's say at least 2-3 inches shorter than the other CB1000R. And then, so this here, I would think in geometry, this would hit and then have no problem. Just shorter wheelbase. The longer wheelbase will be the challenge. And there she is, the little girl. Patient waiting for daddy to come back out. All right, that's it. Hey everybody, I'm gonna call it a day on the Ice Age TV. Conversations, compound, adventures, what's next? The Monday morning conversations. What do I talk about? I have ideas. So tune into my morning conversations and hear me yabba dabba yabba dooba. And maybe you get something out of it, maybe you don't. Maybe you become happy, maybe you get mad. I don't know. Maybe you get enjoyment out of the Iceman talking. And yeah, just it's really incredible. It's gotten really humid and warm out. So for all the heat concern, I think I'm going to be having the air conditioner on. So anyways, as always, appreciate everybody watching the channel. Thought I'd have the tear down the pool day, but no, that'll be tomorrow. First adventure as my nice new pool gets delivered to my driveway. So stay tuned for more adventures. As always, thanks for watching my videos, share them. Have a great, blessed Sunday evening, and see you tomorrow morning. Oh no, I just about forgot to fill up my my camper. So I didn't know this, but just so you know, when you go out and get an RV, you have to get specific Aquafresh water line, water hose. It's not expensive at all. So I'm over here now filling up my tank because they say this could be a 75-gallon, 100-gallon tank. Now I can get one thing, when you travel, this thing definitely needs to be pretty much empty. But I bought the water filter for it, and I bought a new Element filter for it, and I got a little valve thing on here to slowly kind of let it get going so I don't blow anything out. And there we go. So, all right, so there we are. As we fill up the tank, and it's so cool inside, it shows you the levels of black water, gray water, fresh water, and the smell of the water is kind of dissipated. So I'm gonna kind of leave it alone for right now because they recommend that you take a cap full of bleach and put like 2 to 6 gallons of water in your system and then rinse it out and then fill up your tank. And there's Kiefer, he's gonna give up. So anyways, just wanted to share with anybody out there, definitely get your correct water hose for your fresh water tank and get that little filter. And when you clean it, you empty the whole tank, you just get 2 to 5 gallons of bleach is the easiest, most inexpensive way. But the question is, how do you get the bleach into that tank? People pour it down inside the hose, and then it's just whatever. Yeah, never ends. Okay, Keith. He's cute, so I keep on playing.